Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back here in Transport Fever 2 playing the Bristol map as created by Specialist Zero with a few minor modifications by myself, and we're looking at our last locomotive, the last route we created in the last episode. I'll stop you there just so I've got time to get on and do what I want to do before the year turns over. But just to point out that this train is, is it just over a year old now? That's about a year old, and already, I mean, it's carrying 60 passengers, maximum capacity, from this little town out in the middle of nowhere, up in Cam. That really is one of the key things of Transport Fever 2, is the way that the growth that town cities can grow once you provide them with connections to other places, either by sort of dropping in roads so they can travel themselves, but obviously even better if you provide public transport by trains or buses, which is what I've done here. So if we actually look at the graphs are always awesome. Look at that! Yes! That's quite some increase. For some reason industrial demand or industrial usage was going down until I stepped in and made my presence felt, and then it just sort of surcharged up ahead. So so growth is now 80% up from where it started at 58, and we're very nearly at the town's maximum for the moment. But that's because Cam is currently only connected down, well, it's connected down into Bristol Parkway, which is over here, through Yate obviously, and then on into this huge this urban sprawl, not suburban at all, this huge metropolitan area of Bristol, which is that there. We will be adding in connections from Cam out here to the northernmost towns, and also across the Severn River here, using the old Severn Railway Bridge. But that's not what we want to do today. I just wanted to highlight that. Oh, actually, before we leave it behind, that's the route as a whole. 2 trains. It's a very slow service because these were 2 quite unconnected towns to start with. So I didn't want to put too much money into them to start with. But yes, there's a frequency of 6 minutes, which is very slow really. But yeah, it's already turning around a profit of nearly 200,000. Finances, charts. I mean, it's too early to tell, to be honest, but that is a very good start indeed. Now, what are we doing today? First off, I'd like to say what I usually do before starting the recording is just have a quick look around the map, and one of the things I check is the age of my vehicles, just to see if anything is getting particularly old or needs replacing or is becoming sort of redundant in terms of its age. And I notice I've got these couple of boats from my very first waterborne route, which was this cargo route here, logs to planks here to creating, is that tools? Yeah, tools. And they're quite old, and they're running full now, at least for one of these 3 legs. So this dock here, Thornbury Forest, thank you funnel sound, is already overloaded at 161 logs being transported. So what I thought was, what we could do, because they're quite old, 20 years, I mean 20 years is probably nothing in terms of a ship's lifetime, but let's have a look at replacing them. So I thought let's click both of those and replace them with another cargo boat. So these 2 are the Riggies, the original small cargo vessel. In fact, it can carry passengers as well, which, as it says there, all types of cargo, because people are cargo too. Yeah, just flesh and bones and stuff. So we could upgrade that to a Wilhelm, which goes slower. That's no use to me at all. Or the Dunara Castle was looking good. 100, so that's a 30. That's about 40% increase in capacity. Goes the same speed. But what I discovered when I tried to replace those is, apart from not having the money, if I do that, I can't replace them. If I had the money, shall I try that now anyway? Let's take that out. Oh, I've paid off all my loan again. I'm good at that. We need to get back to the vehicle maintenance. Oh, it remembered. If I replace them, it says that a big ship, because the Dunara is a big ship compared to the Riggy, is incompatible with the small harbours I've got. So I had a quick play around, and there's 3 harbours here that will need replacing. We're a small landing replaced with a big landing. That's about $550,000–600,000 a piece. And I thought, no, I'm not going to spend that money just yet. I've got bigger and even more stupid plans for today's episode, which we'll get to in just a very short moment. So what we could do though is add another ship or two to this chain. So yeah, let's manage that vehicle. Should we clone one or two? Well, how much do they cost actually? If I go, can you not maintain? You can't edit these, can you? You can clone. You can return it to the vehicle depot. Oh, you don't have the edit option on boats. Well, I suppose you can't really edit a boat, can you? It's not like adding different types of wagon to the back of a train, the back of a locomotive. It's there, 550. Oh, I can afford another one of those. I want to keep as much money in the bank as possible though, because I'm still before 1900. So I think my maximum loan is 10 million, and I might need that for the daft thing I'm about to start doing. So let's clone one of you. Get you on that route, and that should start eating out into this oversupply of logs there. Okay, now the other thing I do when I come in to start a new recording is look at where all the big people are situated, and there's lots going on around here, but I'm not going to deal with that route yet. The route I want to tackle first is this route here, the Bristol South route, going from Bristol Temple Meads through Bedminster, Nailsea and Backwell, Yatton, down here to Weston-super-Mare, where the people on the platform get a bit smaller. There you go, that's a very small person. Just one person. Oh, well, the train has just left actually. Yeah, and that's running close to capacity. In fact, if we look at that line, close in on it, there you go. Yeah, you are running very close to capacity, to be honest, considering you've got, I think it's about 5 stations in all. Weston, Whirl, Yatton, Nailsea, Backwell, Parsons Street, it's too many. So yeah, even here in Whirl, 133 people. Okay, so there are 4 trains on that line at the moment, and that's ridiculous numbers there. Look at that, look at those numbers, that is just outrageous. I could put more trains on there, but I came up with an even more ridiculous idea in a kind of simulating reality way, but I think the accepted wisdom is that in games like Transport Fever and Transport Fever 2 it doesn't work very well. But you know what, I'm going to try it anyway. So what we're going to try and build is an express route, a separate express service between Bristol and Weston, which stops only 2 or 3 of these stations, and then have a slower local service, which is the current one we've got, Bristol South, and see if I can run those 2 services together. However, because I want the express to use faster trains, we're going to need passing places at various stages along this route to enable those to move around and bypass the slow trains. I'm not going to 4-track it all the way, that's ridiculous, because that's not how it works in real life. The real Bristol to Weston route is actually in parts single track, not very long parts I think, but there are parts of it which are simply single track. So we don't want to get too far distant from reality. Yeah, like this map is real. But anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to use the same platforms here, I think. What we could do, where do we want it to stop? I want it to stop in Bedminster. We'll send it through Parsons Street. We'll stop at Nailsea and Backwell, and we'll send it through Yatton and Whirl, I think, and have it terminate at Weston, which doesn't have the. How big are these 2 towns? Weston is 119. Whirl, wow. Again, I'm not quite sure how good that is in terms of relating to reality. But then Whirl does have, it has more destinations. We are serving, we're serving cargo to Whirl as well, which is obviously adding a huge extra bonus to that population increase. Okay, that will change over time, obviously, as we start supplying other stuff into Weston. But that's what we're doing. So we're stopping, as I said, at Bedminster. So what we want to do is add extra track here. Now what I don't want to do is delete passengers from this platform. I don't want to lose anybody. So we need to configure Parson Street, and what we're going to do with it, we're going to have right, let's do this properly. It goes through the centre. Goes through the centre. There we go. And you. That's the job. Right. Okay. So if you're a stopping train, you'll need to connect from there to there. Likewise, if you are a stopping train going out, you'll need to go there. Alright, that's more sense. Why couldn't I work that out to start with? Honestly. Right, you take you back there and run you out. From there to there. Oops, likewise from there to there. Okay, so a stopping train will rejoin up here somewhere. The stopping train will come in from there. Right, signals. One way, yes. Okay, so if you're coming out of here, you'll want to stop there, so the express has priority. And likewise here, if you're coming out of there, give the express priority. Okay, and we'll put some. Have we got any signals here already? No, not really. So we'll put some down there. What about the other end? Probably okay, but yeah, we've got some there. We'll have some coming in as well, actually. There we go. Okay, so what's the route look like now? Bad, very, very bad. Okay, so we need you to actually go to Bedminster from Nailsy and Backwell, or from Parson Street rather. We need to go to that's interesting. Can you not connect? You should be able to. So if you're going that way, which platform is which? There we go. I move you to platform 2. That's better. Excellent. Right. Right, okay, now do it properly at the next station. Okay, so after Parson Street, they go to Nailsy and Backwell, where they will all stop. Down here at Yatton, again, we'll have them passing through. So what we want to do is put some... Yeah, right. I think I've got this right now. I think I know what I'm doing. So we'll put some track down here. That's it. Then we'll have some platform along here, some empty platform there. There we go, and an underpass just to show willing. Go there. That's splendid. I can then delete all this. The route is broken again. Well, that's to be expected. Yeah, so the rest of it is ordinary track. So let's get a review. We'll deal with this road crossing momentarily. Okay. More track. Going up through the centre here. Will connect with that up there. Likewise, you will connect down here. Okay, and then connect these up. There we go. And likewise Smoke's getting in my eyes. Go. To there. Beautiful. Right, and to the side. Yeah, more nice fast speed through. To be honest, this is wrong. These stations don't have. I'm not going to be entirely confident of this. I don't believe these stations have 4-track. Don't think they have these through tracks. But just for the purposes of the game, because it is after all a game. What do you mean the construction's not possible? Don't be ridiculous. Of course it is. So if I build you there. How much of that can I delete? No, let's not do that. Let's just connect it from there. It's quite slow though. A bit further back. It's a little bit faster. Okay, that's cool. From there. Will you get across the road? Yes. No. Don't like it like that. That should be entirely straight and perfectly natural, but I have a suspicion it's not really. Okay, so some lights. Lights, I mean signals. So you need to be about there. And the other end, although it's a very short stretch, but that's not a problem, I think. About there. And we've got lights up there. Why do I keep saying lights when I mean signals? We will get lights on this map at some point soon. I'm not quite sure what year they come into operation. But then, I'm not an expert on railways, so that's to be expected. Oh, has the route gone back to working? Oh, that was clever of it. It has. It worked it out for itself. What a clever little route you are. Excellent. Right, and whirl. Oh, we can't do a pass-through there. They're going to have to... Do I want the express to stop at whirl? I'm going to say no for the moment, I think. Western Supermare. We have got a junction there, so that should be fine. Okay, now we're going to need passing loops along here somewhere as well. I think if we put some... Definitely here, I think. Definitely here we will want some passing track. So there we go. And we don't need you there. I don't actually need you there either. So, right, sorry, let's get this screen in the right place. So let's take you out from there. These signals I'm pretty sure will have to change. Yeah. Okay, that's fairly good speed. I'm happy with that. Click out of there. Good. All the way along here. I mean, in terms of the trains we're running at the moment, these passing places are, I imagine, a little bit on the long side. But once we get into the 20th century and we get proper long express trains, multiple units, whatever, we may well need that entire length. Okay, so that's one. Right, now this is a proper long stretch. So they all stop at Nailsea and Backwell. That's going to be the case there. We'll have a shorter stretch in here, I think, for passing. Let's get a little closer in so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And along here. A little bit longer, I think. Yeah, about that. And then join you up there. And where's the switch? There it is. And bring you along here to be joined up with this. Okay, and we will probably, yeah, we'll put another stretch in here. Oh, now that's handy. I've used track already to get this bridge to look right, and it still doesn't. But okay, so we will use this as part of our passing track. Where's the track under there? There it is. That's it. And there. Here. There we go, this is better. There we go. We'll put some on the express track as well. Because I have a suspicion we might need to use those as waypoints if the route doesn't automatically take the shortest track. Okay, that's you. And did I do both ends of you? Possibly, but we'll stick some signals in the middle. There you go. Oh, no, I didn't. Right, so I need you there. Ah, that's right, because we had these signals at the end, which I thought would get confusing. So, yeah, we don't want you there. You there doesn't really matter. I don't think, no. But we do want you out here, so I don't want you. Whoops, I do need to delete. There you go. Get you. Ow! Bother. Careless fellow. It's not the signals I want. It's the track. There you go. Ooh, and it still joins up. That was good. Sometimes it doesn't do that when you're close to a junction or switch. But there you go. Right, how are we doing? I think we're fine. Right, so let's see about laying down that route. A new line. It's going to come in from Bristol Temple Meads. It will stop at Bedminster. It will stop at Nailsea and Backwell. Except that's a train, that's not a train station. So, okay, we'll have it stop at the train station, that's better. We're not going to stop at Yatton nor Whirl at Weston. Okay, I suppose we ought to come back via the train station at Nailsea. Okay. Oh, that's Yatton, sorry. Nailsea. Get it right. There you go. We'll stop also at Bedminster on the way back, and back into Bristol Temple Meads. Okay, so what route is it taking? Let's give it a name, shall we? So we'll call it the Bristol Western Express. We might change that because the route might actually change a little bit as we develop that south end of the map, but we shall see. Okay, so let's call these two routes up. So the Western Express. I wish it wouldn't do that. And also the South Rail. Okay, so everything's fine there. Everything's fine there in Parsons Street. Okay, now nobody is taking the outer route, so it's a South Rail. We need to manage that. So when it comes out of Parsons Street, it's Parsons Street, isn't it? Yep. When it comes out of Parsons Street, it actually goes past this signal here. That should force it onto the outer track. Ding, it did that very nicely. That's the only one there. It's okay, there's some work to do there, I think. On the way back. Nailsea and Backwell, that's fine. But there was another passing track that we've not hit. Okay, so you're doing that one automatically. It's obviously working out what it thinks is the shortest route and doing that itself. That's Whirl. We could probably do with a passing track there actually. And maybe No, we'll leave that, I think, as is. Okay, so on the way back. Okay, so we're there. That's fine. Yeah, that's all good. That's on the way back from wherever that is. Yatton. It needs to go past this signal here. What do you mean, no? How can you... Oh, because I'm a bit too previous there. This is a long route, so it's on that one, out of Yatton. Gotcha. Where's that signal? There. There we are, doing it like that. Nailsy, that's fine. Coming out here. Again, out of Nailsy. It needs to stop at that signal. Okay, excellent. And coming out of here, yep, it needs to stop at that signal. Oh, hang on. No, not there. That's after Parsons Street. Oh, I got it wrong again. Oh, it's before Parsons Street. Ah, no, it is there. It is there. Ah, yeah, that's right. That was right first time. Shocking. That's better. Right. Okay. So that looks fine in there. Do we need to edit the express? We do, by the look of it. So the express. So you're coming out of past Parsons Street. So before Long Ashton, we want you to stop at that signal there. That's better. Good. Doing okay here. Nailsy, everyone has to stop there. Okay. And coming out of Nailsy, we need to stop there. Go past that signal, so you take the centre tracks. Excellent. Yatton, yeah, you're going straight through there. That's splendid. And everything else is as designed. Result. Okay. So, what we're going to do, we're going to move the Hague Express here. These are going to be different trains on the express route. I think we should have some faster trains than these. These go at a maximum of 68 miles an hour. We might in fact downgrade the locomotives on these to give it a slightly more powerful but faster, slightly more powerful but slower train, so that there's a bigger difference between the stopping route and the normal, the express. Okay, so where are you? You're going towards Whirl. Oh, that's a little disappointing because you're going to lose a few passengers. That can't be helped. So if I put you on there, yeah, you've lost about 20 passengers. That's okay. Right, so let's take out a lot more money. 8.5. That's not going to be a great deal, is it? So what trains can we get out of our depot? Don't need you anymore. Where's our depot? Down here in Temple Meads. Temple Meads, there you are. So what steam locos do we have that go over 68 miles? Oh, we've got the Atlantic now. 75. Excellent. The Midland Spinner. We're not going to use you because this is a bit off the beaten track in terms of the Midland Railway. And we've got the Caledonian. Okay. Oh yeah, you're much You've got much more power, but the tractive effort isn't quite is only a little bit greater in the Atlantic than it is in Dunal Stair. Dunal, however you pronounce it. No. Oh, the Greater Britain. You're quite nice. So I think it's the X2, isn't it? We're generally using 68. Yeah, 560. You're nowhere near as powerful. Wow, the X2 is a really excellent locomotive in that sense. I'm kind of thinking of going for this big boy here, but then again, you're cheaper. 70. Okay, yeah, we'll put the Caledonian on for the moment. When we get to 1900, I might change these around. The Atlantic, it doesn't tell me a great deal more about the Atlantic there, so I can't. It says GNR, so I imagine that's Great Northern Railway. So Caledonian is probably even further north, but what the heck? That suits my purpose, I think. So we'll add one of you, and the passenger wagons that we have got. Nope. Yes, you guys again. What were the weights on these? That's what I'm mostly concerned about in the past. Yeah, the teak, the LNWR wagons are that much lighter than these. But I'd like to go with these. Okay, so what I'm going to do, in fact, is put fewer carriages on the express for the time being, and see if that works for me. So we'll take one of you. And we will take a third class carriage. One of you. Yes, that's already down to mediocre performance. But we'll take that. Oh, can I afford 2 of those? No. Right. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put you in there on the Bristol Western Express. Okay, then we'll come here, we'll call up the Hague Express train, and we'll edit you to be the same as the other one. So that was a the Dunal Stair. I'm never going to pronounce that the same way twice. So we'll stick you on there. I assume you're the same wagons. Yeah, 36, so that's fine. So we'll replace you. Actually, we get some money back on that. Well, that's handy, isn't it? Good. Right, so we're going to have 2 trains on the express. We've got 3 on the stopping. And we'll see how that works. Let's get those guys going. But what I would really want to do here, I think, is actually fiddle with Bristol Temple Meads, because at the moment, looking at this, as you can see, we've only got 2 platforms in use. So what we want is to actually put 3 platforms in here, 1 for each service. So what we'll do is we will transfer our Bristol main line, which is coming in here, to go to platform 3. How are we going to do that? What we could do... Okay, let's get this train in here to start with, out of the way, so I can sort of see what's going on. Okay, yeah, you're obviously coming in from there. We'll stop you for the moment. Let's get you out of the way. And what we will do is we will take that length out there. Where the heck have you... You've gone all the way back there, haven't you? We'll take you to... where are you? There you are. And we'll bring you to the... oh, yes, I put these don't buy the plot thing. It's safeguarding this amount of the landscape, so the AI wouldn't build on it. Not that it would build there, to be honest. I can't... Well, I'd hope it wouldn't. You can't trust the AI sometimes. It does some bizarre things at times. Like that. No. No. Where is that track? There you are. That's better. Right, so can I now bring... I can. You do slow down a lot. But, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of this bridge for the moment. It's just getting in the way of seeing what's going on. So, we want to bring in a track from... Actually, let's take this. Why is it highlighting that? Okay, I wasn't expecting it to take all that out. That's a bit previous of it, isn't it? Okay, so what we've got one track there. We could probably do with 2 tracks over this bridge now, can't we? Let's do that. Let's do it while I'm in the state of mind where I'm deleting things to improve access. We'll do that. We'll bring this in here. That's excellent. And you down there. And you, yeah, if you connect into there, down to there. If I get rid of that bit of road as well. Okay, is that going to be possible? Really? No? No, you're being ridiculous now. I take you to there. It goes up there, okay. And there, okay. Yeah, you just confuse it by doing it in different stages. Okay, so we're going to want our depot train line here to cut across everything. You can do that. Okay, actually no, let's get this diamond in here to start with. I think if we can get that in. Can I take you? Ah! Did that work for a moment? No, I don't think it did it? But then again, if I get you to there, actually that will do. That will do. Because you can then switch over using that slip switch there. Yeah, that's fine. This track in. Like that. You. Do real railway engineers design track in such a bizarre and haphazard way? Or do they have blueprints? I could have taken that road back and that would have made my life so much easier, wouldn't it? I might do that at some point. I don't think I have any traffic, any routes going over there myself, so... Ooh, it works, doesn't mind. What colour bridge was that? It looks awful, but I'm going to put you in just to keep you happy, and that's too wide a road, but I'm not... I can't upgrade that. There we go. Yep. Right, so what we want to do then is line. So the Bristol and Bath main line now goes on to Terminal 3. Result. Okay. The Western Express can go on Terminal 2. And it's happy with that. Excellent. So 1 comes in here, 2 goes in the centre, and 3 is for the Bristol and Bath. Okay, actually let's just double check that those lines do actually work. So that's that, and that. Yep, they work fine. Right, so we're going to need a little bit of extra signalling here, I think. We won't use There we go. Yeah, we won't use one-way signals on here. We can here, however. It's just started auto-save, so that might slow things up a little bit. So we'll put you in there. Yeah, we'll have one coming out as well. Oh, yeah, wait for the autosave. There you go. Actually, they could be one way there, couldn't they? But what the heck. Right. And some signals here to stop at that junction. That's that switch. Alright. Actually, we want signals here as well. There we go. Do we want any going out? No, that's fine. Right, I think that should work. Let's see if it does. Oh, there are already 11 people waiting for the express service. 14. Well, that's excellent. Oh, they're moving across. It looks like they're moving across to the other... Oh no, they were picked up by that train. That's why the number was going down. Okay, so let's follow this train out. Not that one. Oh, 1899. And we've got some new trains. Oh, we've got a really fast one, the Greyhound. That might be interesting. Let's have a look at the specs for that. Could I replace the it wasn't the Donald Stair with the Greyhound? So the Greyhound is a little bit more expensive, about 500,000 to purchase, but it goes 80, and it is that much more powerful. What would happen then? Yeah, let's have a look at doing that, shall we? Let's pull you up, take both of you, and edit those two trains. If we took the locomotive off there, put the Greyhound on, and likewise for that one. Ooh. Really? Am I saving? Modify for that amount? That looks like... Oh no, that's going to cost me... That's okay. We've still got a mediocre performance, but we'll leave it with the two carriages for the time being, I think. So if I modify that... Excellent. Replay some of this low. That's the new train. The LSWR. London and South West, is that? Probably. Oh, that one's already doing nicely, actually. Oh, that's the passenger they had to start with. What about train 16, though, our new one? Just coming out. Bristol Temple Meads. Slowly. Let's get rid of those flying numbers. Faster, shall we? Let's see what happens. Can it catch up with the stopping train? I think they both have to stop at Bedminster. Ah, it's just behind it. Okay. We pay a bit more of that loan, a bit more. Oh, you picked nobody up at Bristol Temple Meads. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, they're showing their platforms at Bedminster. So we might... Do we need... We probably ought to have, I think, separate platforms. But again, in reality they wouldn't. So we shall see. Okay, where are you? We do, yeah. I think we put some signals in here, we can get these express trains going further faster. I think. There we go. Otherwise, because it was waiting all the way back here while that train exited the station. We got signals in there, and there, and up here. Oh yeah, we could definitely do with. Let's make these one way again. Signals up here. I think. Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to play around with this route, these two routes a little bit more to work out how best to optimise them and see if it actually works at all, which will be interesting. As I said, I suspect the accepted wisdom in the Transport Fever community is don't do this. Yeah, well, I need more signals, I think, on here so that the express doesn't get too far behind. It gives it a better chance of catching up with the stopping train and overtaking it where it can. Nailsea and Backwell. There's a few wanted to go in the other direction from Nailsea and Backwell. That's interesting. Good. Well, we'll see how that pans out. I think. Excellent. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be really interested to see if this works at all. If I can have two separate routes running the same length of line. Again, I think I'll need to put in at least one more passing place down this end of the line. I think here between Yatton and Whirl, for example. And a little bit more signalling and we should be there. But in the meantime, calling into Nailsea and Backwell. Picking up a few passengers. Yeah, the numbers on the other side are ridiculous. So hopefully the express will take in. People might realise it goes faster. Is a better choice. We shall see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you by means of, say, a like. Click on the old thumbs up button, would be very much appreciated. Even better though, if you've got any thoughts, any suggestions, recommendations, hints and tips, or even criticisms of the bizarre way I'm doing some things here in the game, please do drop a note into the comments box below. It's very much appreciated. It's always great to hear from you. Hey, it's caught up with it! Yeah! Eat my dust! Or something like that. It does go fast. I love it. It doesn't sound like it's going fast as well. But yes, and if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you can do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2. Until the next time, bye bye for now.